So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, it's a beautiful day and a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong. I'm your host, Mohammed Magdi, sitting here with my coffee and some other guy.
That's right. My name, apparently, according to my parents, according to my birth certificate, according to my ID card, and according to my passport, is Vivek Mahbubani.
Hello, Vivek Mahbubani.
That's right. Hello to you, Mohammed Magdi.
We're sitting here in very close to our new studio.
Yeah.
Literally, we can see it.
We're physically behind it. It's not fully ready because I had this issue with wiring. I need my wires to be hidden completely. So I have a bunch of tubing that's coming today. Of course, as always, my wires, somehow I calculate 2.4 meters and I need 2.5 meters. And I'm like, God damn it.
And you didn't want to buy a little bit of extra wire.
No, basically, I calculated an extra for whatever. And okay, it comes in the package, right? And I measured and I was like,
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm researching online. Is there an extension thing? Because these are proper heavy duty wiring. And I'm like, crap.
Yeah.
So I'll figure it out now.
Right, yeah. So for people who are not familiar with what's happening, because this is, we have announced it on the Patreon, patreon.com/hohopod, where you can support us and get bonus episodes for $5 a month. What are we doing on the studio here?
We'll be showing
What's
our
the deal?
three-dimensional faces.
Hell yeah.
That's right. We basically got studio quality lights.
Yep.
We're aiming to eventually somehow raise enough funds for cameras.
Yep.
And then after that, hopefully also the internet connection to upload all this shit.
Yeah. So we're pretty close to covering all the equipment costs, like everything else on this podcast.
Yeah.
Equipment wise was bought with Patreon support.
That's right. We'd like to stress on the P of the Patreon.
Yeah, on the Patreon support.
The pops.
But I mean, it's incredible, honestly, that we're able to do this and give you guys back. But also, I think now the world of podcasting is moving very fast into a video
with
podcast.
Visual assistance.
I think we touched on it before. And a lot of it, you don't need, when you're watching it, there is actually nothing happening except for the guests, talking.
Yeah, but still somehow it's just more engaging.
Yeah, it's more engaging. It's a new audience, and also a lot of the younger people are on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just you kind of reach a new market
target audience.
Yeah. Because sometimes they're just playing it and then
speaking of reaching a new audience, I remember watching so on the rare occasion I've had a spare 20 minutes or whatever, and I remember Thursday night I was pretty much brain dead when I got back home, and I was like, I just need to watch something random, right? And I go on YouTube watching all this random bullshit, and basically America's Got Talent is the perfect time killer, right? Steel
Golden
Panther,
Buzzer or
if you've
whatever.
ever, Golden Buzzer auditions, 40 compilation, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of this band called Steel Panther?
No.
They're a way old, heavy metal, back in the the Guns N' Roses days kind of thing. Those people, I'm like, AGT, what the hell?
These started there?
No. They went on just to hopefully reach out to a new audience.
What?
And I have to give props to them. They went up there and they are legit concert level rock stars touring around America.
That's pretty cool.
And they went there and they were like, we're here because we want to reach an audience that would never have heard of us.
Yeah.
I'm like, respect, man.
Yeah.
They're dressed up like Aerosmith kind of with that outlook.
Yeah, and they're obviously professional.
Professional as hell. The proper long hair, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't look like the washed up old guys trying to still make it hit. But they were there. We're like, we want to show the world what heavy metal really is, and we want to target an audience. And Simon Cowell didn't even know they were.
Right.
So tell me, what do you do?
Well, Simon is English, right?
Yeah. And he did not grow up watching this shit, right?
Yeah.
And it was just really bizarre watching. I'm like, you know what? That I respect.
I respect that.
Exactly. When I'm 60, I would have no problem going to a platform with all the youngsters and be like, hey man,
Twitch, I don't know,
whatever it is,
whatever it is,
and just do that and be like, that's right. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I have to accept the reality that you are the new generation.
Yeah, if we have TikTok here, we would be on TikTok making videos. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. This is what annoys me, man. The rest of Asia, TikTok, this. I'm I can't even.
And it is because it's obviously designed for even shorter videos than reels.
Yeah.
And you can just throw stuff because both of us, and we talked about this here, both of us are kind of like the quality, we still can't get over the fact that you can just make something like half-assed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But TikTok is designed for that. Just make it and throw it out there.
Yeah, exactly. See what sticks, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing that annoys me because it's like you see all these other comedians just like, I'm a TikTok following like 1 million. I'm like, oh man, don't even.
It's quite easy actually if you are consistent enough on TikTok. Like I know a bunch of people who started like like with nothing or like making whatever like short like 30 seconds cooking videos every day or like putting a hat on their dog every day, different color, and then suddenly they have like you put stuff out there, people will come eventually.
I mean, I think that's one of those things that people, when you get consistent, they're like, I wonder what the new one is. You know, they just want to know. Just purely like, I see what this one is. I do notice that with some of the YouTube channels I do follow, where like they have new video. I'm just gonna click on it just to see, and like 2 seconds later, I'm like, fuck it.
But they got the view, they got the ad revenue. That's it.
And that's good enough for them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but speaking of ad revenue, man, I believe that you have to use a lot of ad revenue.
Yes, I do to recoup my losses. I think. I was actually thinking about it, knowing that this episode is going to be about what happened in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
I think over the years, almost every trip, I've had some sort of a weird story.
Yeah.
Especially in Southeast Asia.
Have you ever heard about maybe not losing shit?
Well, yes, I heard of it and I decided it's not for me.
That really? Oh, man. Because
I decided losing shit is the way.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it works really well for me. I mean, so far, I've lost my mind. I've like, but generally,
a lot of hair.
A lot of hair. Yeah. I'm losing it right now. I've tried not losing that, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
However, I've lost my suitcase and stuff before. So yeah.
You lost your suitcase?
Yeah, dude, in Kuala Lumpur as well. Yeah, man, that place is just brutal.
Yeah, I mean, to also preempt this by saying it's like the corruption there. It's not something it's not a secret. Like the Kuala Lumpur is like Malaysia is quite corrupt. It's a beautiful place. People are great.
Yeah,
and the food is amazing. Like I would actually move there for the food.
Yeah,
like I don't want to move there, but if it's like the food is just that good.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever played Magic the Gathering, the card game?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, like they always have these cards and like some cool name and everything.
Yeah.
I guarantee anything, that one card called Kuala Lumpur, the only superpower is corruption.
Yes.
Straight up, like tap this for corruption.
Making problems go away for rich people.
Exactly. Yeah, use 1 mana and have 5 mana worth of result.
You're right.
Yeah, it'd be so expensive.
So to establish this, I have to give background of what we were doing there. I think we mentioned here, maybe Annie and me and you and stuff, we have been filming this documentary for ABC Australia for the last, basically since the beginning of the year. Well, maybe, whatever. Since when we were at Melbourne Comedy Festival, and it's about, it covers comedy in Asia.
Yeah.
And Annie is the main face, and she's also the writer. And so the whole idea is that she goes to Asia and goes to 3 different markets and sees where the line is and like talks to local comedians through her journey and tries to write material based on the advice she gets from the local comedians.
Have you specified in the contract of doing this thing to make sure that the intro video, you know how they have the opening video like, hey, and he goes to Asia.
Yeah.
Can we never have rice fields in that intro video?
I specifically asked to put a rice farmer hat on her.
Oh.
Well, actually not on her, on every guest who's not Asian.
Yeah. Just put it up there, but like, we are in fact in Asia, so let's have some element to prove that we are still there. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, with some like baking opera, just like super racist.
Yeah. And there has to be that old man with the long beard in the background, like, comedy? Let me think.
Exactly. And it just flies.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the intro and stuff, like we might, I don't want to spoil the name because I think we have a pretty good name and you're involved in the naming part of it.
All right, there you go.
So anyway, we interview comedians all based in Asia, basically. And we started in Melbourne and we interviewed a bunch of people, including Jason Leong, Daniel Fernandez, Sam C, and a lot of other guys. And then we came here to Hong Kong and we interviewed you, myself, and we featured a bunch of stuff in Hong Kong, and the next place was gonna be Kuala Lumpur, and then later it should be Indonesia, except that the government there vetoed it. Like, the government basically said, we give you the permits if you promise not to talk about politics, which is the documentary is not political, but it does mention. Yeah. It's like it's part of the story. Is like, where do you make a problem with politics or whatever, the local politics, and the production basically said no, that's kind of not the point. Like we can't
guarantee.
So Indonesia is axed now, and we're actually pretty much in discussion now of what the third country will be.
Yeah.
I suggested Cambodia because it's a pretty cool, like local, like it's a small country that no one knows there's a comedy scene there. And when I performed there, I thought it was very interesting. So maybe we'll go there. We might have a couple of other countries as backup, but that would be just one last country.
Yeah.
So when we go to Kuala Lumpur, so the production ABC Australia booked the hotel, and the hotel is the Westin, which I think, when you're a company...
Did you make sure it was the Westin without the space in the middle?
Yeah, otherwise it's the West, like
the
a knockoff.
West Inn.
Yeah, the West Inn. It's actually just in the west of Kuala Lumpur.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think when you're a company that big, you already have like kind of corporate rates and stuff.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it is almost like not real money. They're just like, oh yeah, they book like, they have their own like airlines they work
just keep
with.
tabbing with, yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm like, oh yeah, Westin is cool. Actually, they consulted me because I worked in Kuala Lumpur many times on like location. So I recommended Bukit Bintang, which is like that central.
Yes.
It's basically where everything is, like close to Petronas Towers and all of that. I'm like, yeah.
What's the equivalent to Hong Kong for Bukit Bintang?
Literally the Mandarin Oriental.
Oh,
like it's
nice.
just like, you can't get more central than that. Yeah, equivalent is that. Like the equivalent area is like where the Lang Kwai Fong, where the HSBC is, where everything is.
Nice.
So, and they're like, okay. And then they give me a couple of options, like for location, Bukit Bintang, like Westin, I know the name. That's
I've heard of that one,
Yeah, it's also part of the Marriott group. I don't know if it was always, I don't know the history, but it's part of Marriott. It's just like different names and stuff. Like, great. Okay, so camera person and main producer flying in from Kuala Lumpur, from Melbourne. And he's already here in Hong Kong with me. So we're flying in from Hong Kong, going to Kuala Lumpur on a Friday night, and we're starting to shoot basically Saturday morning. Nice. And we land around similar time, but we go ahead to the hotel first. Like, we don't see them at the airport. They land like an hour later. So we just go to the hotel on our own, and I know my way around the city. So we get to Westin. We get there about 10 p.m. maybe, and we drop off the bags, and we just go out for dinner. Yeah. It's like super convenient. And I haven't been to Kuala Lumpur for 5 years now.
Yeah.
So it was cool to also just like walk around again. And that central area where everything is like a Friday. Oh, it was also Eid holiday.
Oh, okay,
so it's literally the biggest holiday in the whole year in Malaysia. And everyone was on the street. I did give them a heads up about that because obviously like I'm familiar with the rituals and stuff. And they're like, like it's going to be busier than usual. And then people will be in a festive mood. And, you might see some wacky stuff like, not like animals being sacrificed on the street, but like you might find like, butchers like more active than usual and stuff. Yeah. And they're like, we got it. So we go out and it is like madness. It's Friday night. It's a super long weekend, not holiday rather. So it started obviously Friday is like the last working day. That's a working day still.
How often, how long before you started rolling your eyes when you watched your Australian crew go, whoa, dude, guys, check this out?
To be fair, I mean, Annie is great. Annie has, is well-traveled. And also because I had talked about like what to expect in many ways. So she was just like, nothing really shocked her.
I mean, she's been in Hong Kong for a while now. So at this point, you kind of numb it out. Where
Hong Kong trains you pretty well.
Oh, yeah. You kind of like, this guy's doing this and
Yeah, exactly. And like, am I making money? No,
let's
keep
go.
moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So we... we'll go out for dinner or whatever. There's a lot of Arabic restaurants, which is cool. So we go to one of them and we just have a dinner and just call it. And so the producer and the cameraman arrive later and they tell us on our little group that they arrived, checked in. They're on the same floor as us.
Oh,
and we're on like the 21st floor.
Nice.
And it's great, nice view like of like the main like city, like the traffic and all of that. So we're meeting the next morning at 10 a.m. exactly for our initial meeting because we're shooting that day. So we meet at the hotel restaurant where there's a breakfast and stuff. So Annie and I...
So the meeting's at 10, you went at like, 9 for the breakfast?
No, we said because everyone arrived like late and stuff, we wanted to get some rest, so we're meeting at 10.
Okay. So like 9ish, whatever, you went for breakfast and all that.
No, we're meeting at like they were having breakfast. Yeah, they were having breakfast a little earlier and we skipped. Oh. We just joined them for like
you
coffee.
skipped a Westin breakfast?
We didn't have breakfast on our under our thing. Yeah.
Not included, you mean?
No one was included. So they paid for their own breakfast. And I'm not going to pay for a freaking 5-star hotel breakfast.
Forget that. Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we'll pay it. And we're like, we're not going to.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go have our own breakfast, whatever. So we're meeting them and we're just having, we're meeting for coffee and the meeting and the initial production meeting. So we leave the room and we put the do not disturb sign on. The do not disturb sign was on. We put the cleaning, make up the room sign on.
So you had the do not disturb and clean up the room?
No, we switched it, right?
Okay. So it was with the paper one that you tag on the...
No, it's actually a switch, a button.
Yeah.
So it's it shows like a little screen
thing. Red color or whatever. Yeah.
So now it's green color.
Nice.
And we leave at exactly almost 10 because it's just downstairs.
Yeah.
So we leave exactly at 10. We have our meeting and we come back at 11. And
okay, so all the action and drama happens within this hour.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. This is getting juicy now.
Yeah.
So you've left your room. You're like, all right, innocently
clean the room. Yeah.
Yeah, clean the room. Do your job. So you stay employed. We're gonna go support and okay. All right. Okay.
Right. So we come back at exactly at 11, and we pretty much don't have time.
Yeah.
We need to go. That first day we. Even though it's like 2 weeks ago, I don't even remember what the schedule was anymore.
Yeah.
But that day is a shoot, it's a full day of shoot, but also we need to, because we have 2 shows back to back that we're filming and we're performing on. And before that, we need to go to the shooting location, which we'll get to. It's a beautiful tattoo studio. So there's this producer there and comedian called Mehyar. He runs a brand called Just Jokes.
Okay.
And Just Jokes now does, after the Crack House shut down, Just Jokes is one of the main producers of the city, of comedy shows, and they do shows at wacky locations. That's
nice.
the thing. They don't have a club. They just have weird, apparently they did it before at
bakery,
bakeries and whatever, movie studios or anything that he thinks is good for a show. And this one was at a tattoo parlor. And as a cynic and old school comedy producer, I just only believe in comedy clubs. I don't believe in anything else.
That sounds great on paper, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so everything for me is nope, that's not gonna work. And I like to be proven wrong with stuff like this. And credits to him. The show was incredible. Everything worked well. Even from my very anal producer perspective, everything was great. Sound was good, light was good, audience was focused, no distractions. Great. So I was happily impressed by that. But anyway, so we leave. Before we leave, I'm getting ready and I'm so I had left my little Sony earbuds in my backpack the night before.
Yeah.
Because when we stepped out for dinner, I didn't take them. And I actually checked on them in the morning to check before I left to the breakfast meeting. I actually checked to see where I'm putting my everything for later. So I just save a little bit of time.
So the morning when you went for the breakfast meeting at 10 o'clock, before leaving at 10 o'clock, you checked to see where you put everything.
Yes. And they were actually in the front of my backpack.
Did you double check the cleanup room sign did not have a part of the graphics showing them removing earphones? Yeah.
Could be.
It could be. It could be one of those, asterisk gray area, didn't read between the fine print. You see that little dot over there?
Yeah,
that's stealing.
We're cleaning up maybe they took it away to clean the earwax. They're we were going to bring it back.
That might be it. Exactly. Yeah, but okay.
So actually, when we came back, the room was not clean.
Oh.
And the sign was still on.
Okay.
The little cleaning trolley was in front of the room next to us.
Yeah, so they're still working on that.
Yeah.
Supposed to, yeah.
So the room was not clean. So when we walked in...
But so your door should not be able to be opened by anyone else other than the staff.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah. And according to when I asked the hotel later, there is a system that I will get to about the door card and everything.
Oh yeah, so they can keep
explain.
track of how many times who opens the door.
Yeah.
That should be the case. Yeah.
So I go back. Oh, they're they didn't clean, but that's fine. We're actually off for the whole day, so they can clean whenever they want.
Yeah,
it's okay. Getting ready, and I am looking for my earbuds, and I'm okay, that's weird. But of course, the first thing when you try to look for something that you think was there, the first thing is to doubt yourself.
So hold on a second before we go to your earphones. When you saw that cleaning trolley, how many items did you remove from that to take to your room?
Oh, yeah. Well, Usually I take like
The
extra
water?
toothpaste and water and stuff. Actually, they now have like the IKEA glass bottle that they fill with their own water, so you can't really steal that.
Oh.
There's no plastic anymore.
Okay, yeah,
which
no
I guess
plastic,
is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
But I did not because it was the first day. We were there for 4 nights.
Yeah.
It's the first day. I was still there.
Yeah. All right.
So we go there. Yeah. So like we're getting ready, and we're actually getting quite tight on time. And I'm like, it's not where are the earbuds? And of course,
Yeah, you
like,
probably chucked it somewhere or whatever.
Yeah. Like the night before, I was like not trying on, but I'm like, oh, robes, that's fun. Wore it for like 2 seconds just for a goof.
Yeah.
So I looked in their pockets and stuff, and maybe I left it there. But I know that I didn't because I didn't use them. I was with Annie and then went for dinner and went to sleep. That's it. That's odd. Looking. Oh, again, didn't unpack everything, so it was quite easy to like look for stuff that is out of the suitcase. Can't find them. That's odd. Look under the bed. Maybe they fell.
How long before you asked Annie? Has she seen them?
Oh yeah, I asked like right away.
Yeah,
right away. Have you seen him? Nope, I haven't seen him. I don't remember even seeing them the last time.
You're hoping that somehow she'll oh yeah, it's right here.
Of course, yeah. Maybe because she has an iPhone, like it doesn't even really work with her iPhone, so there's no reason for her to use it. Yeah. So looking, nothing, and then clue number 1. Yeah. 2 clues that immediately showed me that something is wrong. Number 1, I had a charger, like one of those like regular USB chargers that they give with anything. Yeah. That you can then plug into, a wall socket for phones and anything.
That has a USB.
So I had I had a spare one in the same pocket as the earbuds in the front of my backpack. That charger was on the floor. And I never took out that charger because there was nothing to charge. I had it later with me to charge my smartwatch or anything else. Yeah. That charger was on the floor. Yeah. And I made a note of it, but I didn't, again, every time something like this happened, at least in my experience, I always doubt myself. I'm like, oh, I must have moved this backpack and the charger fell. Yeah. So didn't think much of it. I literally just picked it back up and put it on the little coffee table. Yeah. But then I look under the bed. Yeah. And it's filthy. It's so dirty. Like, it's literally, the term sweeping under the rug. Someone took that literally and just swept everything under the floor, under the bed. Yeah. So I find an old one half of the hotel slippers, like one slipper that is old. Again, it's a 5-star hotel. God, what are we doing here? Yeah. And the kicker, something pink that I'm like, what is that? And again, I'm looking for my stuff. And the bed is heavy. I'm not going to move the bed. But I put my hand down there and pull it out, and it's a fucking vibrator. Oh. And of course I touched it. It's like touching a live cockroach.
Oh my God.
Luckily it wasn't on. Yeah. But there is a vibrator, like a guest vibrator that someone just left or forgot. Yeah. Or whatever.
I don't know what maybe the ABC Australia is dealing with. But I mean, I'm guessing they give the same rooms to certain corporate clients.
Maybe.
So it may not be ABC's own people. No. But I'm pretty sure like some corporate client were like, hey, I'm bringing some of this.
No. ABC crew hasn't gone there for years. So it's not ABC. No. It's just like a regular, another guest left it. Of course, but given how filthy it was under there, like who knows how long this thing has been. Yeah. So when I saw that, plus the charger was on the floor, I'm like, this is just a sign of not good service. Which is already like, okay, something's off. Yeah. And I had to tell Annie, like, okay, we're going to delay our...
Hold on a second. At no point did your mind kind of think of the joke of, Annie, I think I found your...
No, actually, I was just mad.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're looking for it.
I was mad not just looking for it, because at this point, I'm like, I'm going to find it. Like, it's like that confidence, like, it's somewhere. Yeah. And I actually didn't think it was just gone from the room. Like, I didn't think I lost it. I'm like, it's somewhere.
I think like what I'm still stuck on is like, had you asked Annie if that was her vibrator and she said yes, you'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, excuse me? All right, change the cord. Change
exactly.
plan.
Yeah. You know what? Earphones, forget that. Let's get on this one now.
Yeah. Like this thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's like, it's a long story. You see, back in 3 years ago. I remember, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk. I think something is wrong. So I need to go downstairs and talk to the reception. So actually, we're going to delay. We told the crew something went wrong. We're going to talk to the hotel. You guys go ahead. You go to shooting location first.
We'll take a taxi or whatever,
and we'll follow you later. The crew, we have huge equipment. We have 3 cameras and, big gear and fucking tripods and whatnot. And they just they get our own driver and they go ahead. So I go to the reception. First thing is like, hi, excuse me. I think something's missing from my room. And lady was quite professional. She's like, okay, you need to fill in an incident report. It's, protocol. I'm like, okay.
It'll be funny, like that report is right on and like they're so good at it because they've done it so many times.
Probably, yeah.
She probably is like, oh, this one is right in front of me.
Yeah, it's actually,
like,
it has your room number on it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're expecting you, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think the incident report is anything. If you like don't like something or, the fucking curtain's on fire, like you have to write something, right? So I'm like, okay. In the beginning, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. She was like, oh, yeah, just write it down. I write it down and I go back to her. She goes, okay, yeah, wow, earbuds missing from the room. That's quite serious. I'm like, yeah, I know. Something is up. She goes, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. You're the hotel.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Damn. She's like...
I'm like, okay, ideally, I would like to ask if someone took something from my room, if you would like to admit it. Number two, there is about 3 cameras in front of the room, like on the, on the corridor. It's very clear where you can see. And of course... You guys can just talk to the cleaning staff, see if something happened. Blah, blah, blah. They bring someone else, I guess shift manager or something. And I talk to them and they go, okay, I would like to see the CCTV
video,
camera. And they just said no. They said, you can't see it. I'm like, why? They're like, security, hotel policy and whatever. I'm like, okay, maybe you can see it then. Let's start there. They go, I wait for a bit and they come back. They're like, yeah, we saw it. No one entered your room. Case closed. I'm like, okay. They're like, we can give you a report, like the thing from the system that shows if anyone had access to your room.
Yeah.
But I also know this is your own system. You can just, if it's like an Excel entry, you can just delete it.
Yeah.
I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested. Like, because what's the point?
Yeah.
Right. They said, okay. I'm like, what's next? Like nothing. Just that's it. Go find your thing somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they started being slightly the dismissive and I wouldn't say aggressive, but just dismissive. They just started getting annoyed.
But no, they didn't throw in inshallah at any time, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
no,
okay.
Because I think because it's a festive mood.
Yeah.
So I mean, most of them were Indian. They're not Malay, so they're actually not really celebrating Eid anyway.
Well, they're out working, so they're probably not celebrating for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. They're at work, and they're fine. They're trying to be professional, but also they're getting quite dismissive. So there's now a third manager who is there, and I started talking to all 3 of them. I'm like, all right, this is not going to go away. I need to know what happened. They're like, what would you like to do? I'm like, well, I don't know. I need you to help me. I'm the customer here. And they're like, well, if you really insist on seeing the CCTV camera, you need a police report. Then we can actually show you the CCTV camera. But you need to report. Otherwise, any guest can claim anything. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's actually kind of fair.
Yeah.
How do I do the police report? They're like, oh, you need to go to the police station. I'm like, well, I need to go out to work. And the police station is also half an hour away and it's 8 time. So I sat there just to gather my thoughts. I'm like, okay, let me think. And just out of curiosity, I typed in Westin KL theft. I Googled it. That's when everything changed. Because I started seeing all these reviews actually from... Up to 9 months ago is the last incident, a Google review of a lady who left her earring in the room and came back and it was gone. One of her earrings. And then all the way back to 10 years ago, TripAdvisor has a bunch of them. So when you go in the West End, it has thousands and thousands of reviews. But you can search by keywords. And if you write theft or stole, every time I write it, there's new reviews. So I think I found maybe 9 or 10 across different platforms. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's not good at all. So I went back to them and I started going you guys know that this is not the first time. And these, I wouldn't say they didn't look surprised. They just looked like, okay, so, it's like, what's your problem? I'm like, okay, now I need to really get the police involved if I want to see that CCTV because I'm now more convinced that something happened. They're like, okay, yeah, great. Go to the police then. Because I think they know. And I had naively told them my entire schedule. When I'm leaving, when we're flying out, and we're there for shoot, and we don't have much time. They're like, go to the police station and then come back, and then let's see about this camera thing. You can see it. But many times they had assured me that I can see it with the police report.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is when I started showing some teeth, because I basically said, I don't need to go to the police station. I can just bring the police here. Yeah. They're like, no, you can't. I'm like, watch me.
Yeah.
And I literally just left them, went up to the room, called the police. I'm like, hey, I would like to report a theft at the Westin Kuala Lumpur. They're like, we'll see you at the reception in 10 minutes.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went downstairs and just waited. And they're like, at this point, like they're just eyeing me. And someone came out is like, hey, is everything okay? I'm like, I'm a paying customer and I'm sitting in the lobby. So leave me alone. 10 minutes later, 2 police officers. It's already not a good look because the police car came right in front, parked in front of the... And then 2 police officers there, it's normal for them to have machine guns on them. So there's now 2 police officers with machine guns walking into the reception. Everyone is seeing it. And they immediately tell the police officers to like stand aside. Like, you know, go in the
Don't freak
corner.
everyone out.
And the police officers are like, you know, whatever. 2 like gentlemen, like middle-aged. They're not exactly fucking SWAT team people. They're also quite annoyed that they get called in. So everyone is now a bit tense. Some guests are looking like, oh, what's going on? So now it's like 3 managers or 4 managers, me, the 2 police officers. And we're all like chatting. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. And the police officers get annoyed that I don't have a report. I'm like, you're the report. That's why. You're the first. I reported a possible crime.
That's the whole
point. That's how it works. They're like, but you want us to investigate or you want us to see it? I'm like, I want to see the CCTV. So write the report. He goes, no, you need to go to the station. To be honest, I kind of knew that was going to happen. But I wanted to show the hotel that I'm not going to just follow whatever they think.
They're kind of like, oh shit, this guy.
So I knew the police is not going to go like, hey, fucking hands in the air. Show it the camera.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Exactly. Busted. Like, let's search everybody.
Let's pair your earphones.
Exactly. Like, you know, like the movies when they put everyone against the wall and start searching.
Exactly.
I know none of this is going to happen. My dad was a cop. Crazy. I know the protocol too. And it's the same everywhere. And it does make sense. I can't just like, you know, call the police when they're sitting across the hall from you at a restaurant and they go like, hey, this guy took my thing, and then suddenly they start searching you. That's not how the system...
that's crazy,
I know all of that. So I actually called them just to show the hotel that I'm not going to go away that easily, and I can fuck with them too. I'm not going to do the thing that makes my life difficult. If I can also make your life difficult, I make you look like shit. Now let's see what it looks like for the average guest. It's like, hey, why is the police here? That's not a good look.
Just shout up like, just letting you know, there's no police at the Mandarin Oriental next door.
Exactly. So the police basically say like, we can't do anything here, which again I knew, but I pretended. I'm like, oh no, why don't you help me? They're like, you need a report. I'm like, okay, fine. And they go away, and I need to go for the day. Like we need to go shoot. Basically, we go do the shoots, and the shows are great. Shout out to Just Jokes. If you are in Kuala Lumpur and you want to see great stand-up, follow Just Jokes. Very good. But this episode is about the theft, not the
That's right. And just let you know, the theft are not just jokes. These are
all the jokes are original and unstolen.
Exactly.
From any other comedian.
Exactly. Go on.
So Sunday is another full shoot day. We don't have time to do anything else. We don't have time to go to do a police report at all. We're actually shooting somewhere else. We're shooting basically a lot of B-roll around the city. So it's a lot of like Annie and like, I am here in Kuala Lumpur and blah, blah, blah. So but with traffic and Eid and everything, and we're just like moving around a lot, there's just no time. So we're out for the whole day. I do try again with the hotel. I'm like, listen, like I'm actually literally spent like time, like before I went to bed, I'm like looking, I'm like, it's not looking good at all. Like there is a lot of, you know, reports and stuff. And I go back to them. I'm like, I start making like peace offerings. I'm like, hey, look, it looks like, so when we go to the reviews, it's actually quite interesting. Like I'll read you guys some of it. Just to give you an idea.
I was thinking like you go back to the hotel, but like, look, okay, I lost the WD 2000s. I'll go with just the WD 1000s if you replace that for me.
So one of them here says, the title on TripAdvisor, got my US $1,000 earphone stolen.
Wow.
Same item.
1,000 US. Woo.
Yeah. Well, mine is not cheap either. Mine is actually brand new. I think I don't remember the
price,
conversion anymore to Hong Kong dollar, but it's very expensive. It's actually quite an expensive earbud, Sony earbud. But so this one is quite big, but the basically said. It's not my first time in a 5-star hotel. Boy, I was wrong. I checked with the bellboy. The time I was tossing if I see if I carry my backpack, end up storing at hotel. When I picked up my luggage, I had the feeling something's not right. So I decided to check my backpack. my blah blah earphone is missing. I complained straight away to the hotel, and they were not shocked. They told me that they would investigate and get back to me. Hours later, the hotel staff has gone through the video footage and saw no evidence of anyone stealing my earphone. I guess I can't accuse anyone without evidence, but I'm damn sure my earphones were there because I gave them to the bellboy. Blah blah blah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the exact same item.
Seems like earphones are their thing, man.
That's what I was telling Annie. I'm like, I think they have an earphone kink.
Yeah.
But then there is like a bunch of them. Like this one particularly was interesting because one of them had actually happened. The guest stepped out for lunch for an hour and came back, and a bunch of money was missing from her room.
Damn.
So I'm like, oh, that's the same exact fashion. So it seems like there is some sort of trend. Like they know when to go in and out. And like they always, and I told Annie, like, I think my theory is that they always take something that you can doubt yourself, like where would you could have,
yeah, exactly,
right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
they're not stupid to take like a credit card. That's so obvious.
Yeah.
And also credit card
What's
stolen.
the point?
Like,
Yeah.
What's the point? You can block it quickly.
Yeah.
But you can take one earring.
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, maybe it
just
fell in
one.
the taxi.
Yeah.
Or like earbuds again, they're so small.
Yeah.
Maybe they left somewhere else.
Yeah.
And something you cannot track. And then there's the obvious, like just take some cash.
Yeah.
Not all of it. Take some cash. So
Yeah.
there is like few things of like took $200, took $1,000. Is like, yeah. So at this point, I went back to the hotel. I'm like, look at all this stuff. And they basically went, so?
Yeah.
I'm like, I am willing. I'm not going to make any fuss. I'm
Yeah.
going to, I'm not going to bother you guys again. You can just quote unquote find it somewhere.
Yeah.
Just tell me like, hey, we found it on the floor in the elevator. I don't care how you find it.
Yeah.
Just
back.
give it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Like, just give it back. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm actually here to
Was
work.
it the same guy since the morning? The same
No, they
staff?
keep. There is like one shift duty manager who's like the same guy, and security manager is only one guy, and then the others are like reception. They keep changing. So now I've dealt with like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Already, but there is now one kind of guy who I'm like going back to.
Yeah.
And I had told him like, listen, man, I don't care what happens. Just get it.
Yeah.
Like I'm here to work. I have no time.
Yeah.
Honestly, just find it, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Don't care where you find it. I swear I can write something. I actually offer this. I can write something for you that says that I'm not gonna write anything online.
Yeah.
And I just want to find my item and I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave you alone.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, the protocol and whatever, we have helped you. And also they started at this point, I think they started feeling that I won't have time or I don't want to be bothered with the police report. They pushed on that. They're like, we're not going to talk to you about this anymore without a police report. I'm like, fuck, man. All right. Okay. So we go out for the whole day. That day was so long. We're basically going around the city for the whole day, shooting, standing, obviously, like shooting and stuff. So we come back around 11 p.m. And I still have to do the police report because the next day we have a shoot pretty much out of town with Rizal Van Gezel, who is our main subject for this documentary for Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely.
He's the crack house.
He's the crack house. Yeah.
Exactly. So he's telling the crack house story, but we also added stuff last minute to the documentary. So because it's Eid, he's doing the sacrifice at the mosque. So we're like, we're gonna come shoot you there.
Yeah.
And he was like, hell yeah. So it made the whole project a lot richer being there at that point and having the mosque access to us. So we shot the prayers. We ended up talking to his imam, his mentor, basically, which is super cool. It's probably going to be the best part of the documentary is that imam talking about Islam's view on jokes.
Oh, shit.
It's super cool.
Knock,
I don't want to
knock.
ruin. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's there?
Yeah.
Nobody, because you can't see Mohammed. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to ruin too much of it because
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that's going to make the project a whole lot cooler.
Yeah,
In fact, later after we did this and we talked to the buses in ABC, they are now convinced it should be an hour.
Oh,
Because we had so much good material.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
originally we're writing it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And now they're like, no, this is really good.
Yeah.
So anyway,
This is cracky, mate.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they had, so Monday we're shooting out of town and we have to fly. That's it. So I told Annie, like, I'm sorry, like we have to go to to do the report, but she's knackered more than me. I was behind the camera, I was not shooting. I'm not in front of the camera. I'm behind it with the crew. Annie's the one standing there, is on her feet the whole day, and talking to cameras, doing a lot of PTCs, person to camera, and it's like a lot of work for her. So she's super tired, but I have to drag her to the police station because she is the one that had the
name.
receipt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's under her name. So like, and she's like, okay. So we go to the police station. Took a while to get there. You know, KL traffic, festival. Everyone's on the street. It's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
The entire city's on the street, which I know because the same back home too for Eid as well. It's festive. Everyone's having a good time. There is literally like street concerts happening.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, almost buskers, but like proper like mini concerts.
Yeah.
And it's just madness on the street. So we get to the police station and it just takes forever. Like the first point of contact, like the guy who takes your
So
report.
describe the police station to be, is it like your typical TV police station, or do you go in there and like you've got like this criminal in the corner going like, I'm gonna get...
So there were actually the little lock holding cell is actually
You can
right
see
there.
it?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's gangster,
Yeah.
man.
You can't see inside it, but you can see it's on the same floor.
Yeah.
And you can see people escorting people in handcuffs in and out.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
okay. It's because my only reference to police departments and stuff generally is out from my Joker Batman comics.
Yeah.
So did they have a Killer Croc?
A what?
A Killer Croc? Did they have like mutants? Did they have like... like
I think given how big that building is, there's a
Yeah.
lot of shady shit
there
happening
must
there.
be like one big guy.
Yeah.
With like, okay. So they've got to have the one criminal that's the big guy. Like, oh, boss, I don't know what to do, boss,
the
but
one
I'll
with
beat
the
the
weird
shit
teeth
out of
or
you.
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. The brain dead guy. Then you got the skinny guy. I'll tell you what to do. You listen to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first guys that we talk to are kind of like that. There is like a guy, like there's like a young guy talking to us.
Yeah.
And then the boss who's like making him talk to us. But the boss's English is better. But the English in general, Malaysia English is an official language.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean everyone speaks it amazing.
Hey, English is an official language in Hong Kong as well. So
Exactly.
I think we understand.
Right. Yeah. So the guy, we are telling him in English what's happening. He's writing in Malay, but we also need the report in English as well.
Oh.
So he's writing it in Malay, and that is just taking ages. We're saying it, he's writing it, and there is a little screen where we can see what he's writing, but it's all in Malay. And we're like, and then the boss who is like behind him, kind of translating, like in his mind, like because he knows what's gonna be in English, and he's like, no, that word is wrong. By the time we tell the whole thing, it's an hour already.
Man.
It's basically midnight. And then he takes that little Malay report, puts it on a Google Translate in front of us.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
yeah. So, which actually was kind of a relief because I'm like, fuck, I hope he's not going to try rewrite it again in English. That would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But luckily he didn't, but it's also funny. He just like, hey, your English is just Google Translate. So he puts it and then puts it for us to like verify. And we're like, okay, no, correct this word. This word doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And they're quite cooperative. And they're like, okay, here's your report. Now you need to talk to the investigator. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, at this point, I just thought I can take the report, go to the hotel.
Yeah.
Here's your fucking report. Show me the camera.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you need to talk to the investigator. I'm like, huh? They go, yeah, the investigator. He's also not here now. He's out investigating a case. And you need to wait. And I said, can I just get that report?
Yeah.
I'm actually fine. Like, I know no one is going to crack the code today.
Yeah.
He's going to just get that report. They're like, no. I'm like, oh, man. So, we're obviously getting cranky. It's like 1 a.m. at that. Well, 12:30 or something. Yeah. So we're like, Annie and I like, we can give up and walk away. But now we have no report, nothing to claim because travel insurance, nothing to claim without a police report. So we're stuck.
Yeah.
So like, all right, goddamn. So I go back to the guy. I'm like, hey, this is becoming difficult. Can you call the investigator? See if he's gonna. I imagine he's gonna come to the hotel anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the investigation. He has to come. Can we go to the hotel, and then when he comes, you can just call us? And he goes, no, you have to wait. So or you can just leave and fuck off.
Just stop it. Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, So I push again. And he goes, oh, investigator is now here.
Oh.
And
How
you
long
can
was
go to.
this? 10 minutes?
Maybe, 20 minutes maybe. He's now here and he's on the 9th floor. You can go to him. We go on the 9th floor. He was actually talking to people before us. He's still in the room talking to them. And what I surmise is...
Was this one of those like one-way mirror kind of rooms? Like,
no, that the people that are also like people reporting stuff. He's also investigating.
Oh,
and funny enough, it was also
dramatic.
something at a hotel. No, nothing dramatic at all.
God damn it! I was
It's
hoping for like one of the lamps from the ceiling, just like waving like a pendulum.
Wish. Yeah, with cigarettes. And
Yeah,
like
he's just
blowing
like
cigarette in
he's
their
like,
face.
that's what the problem.
Yeah. So he's talking to them. As soon as we go to the floor, it's just us. Like no one is escorting us. It's like fucking 1 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
And there's like some little rooms with like some colleagues hanging out. And then that guy just by himself, shoes off for some reason in his office. And there's like a couple, like older people who are reporting something. And he just like waved us to wait. But also I surmised very quickly that this guy was not outside. He's been talking to these people for a while.
Yeah.
So that guy downstairs was just like, whatever. He was not outside. This guy was just in his room the whole time.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone else was outside and they assigned us to this guy.
This is why you have to watch Sesame Street growing up. Inside. Outside.
Exactly. Maybe he didn't know the difference.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Far.
So we find a little room to wait. And the little room is actually the little conference room where like the police officers get together and like have meetings and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It's dark. It's like the lights are off. And we just hang out there.
No one-way mirror there either, right?
No one-way mirror there, but it's pretty run down, I would say.
Oh yeah, that I'm used to. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah.
And we just sit there, like we're both very unhappy. Like
cameras? Were there any cameras on the?
No,
the
I actually checked, so we don't like fuck around too.
Yeah.
Too much. There was no cameras at all.
All right.
But unfortunately, that takes well more than an hour.
Yeah.
There to wait for that guy to finish with these people. And I actually stood outside because I'm bored. Stood outside hearing their story. And basically what happened is that they had left a phone at their hotel, at the reception somewhere, and like by accident or whatever. When they checked out and they came back and the phone was not there and the hotel is denying what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's what their story is. But I don't know if you have been through a police investigation. Part of it is that they have to be so thorough and ask, no matter how boring the crime is, they have to ask so many questions. And these people, everyone's English is not amazing. So there is a lot of repetition, but the couple reporting their phone are Indian, like proper Indian. So there is no common language. And the guy is Malay, so they're speaking English, but no one's English is great.
Yeah.
So it's just taking so long that we get to him at 2 a.m. at this point. We have already 3 hours at the station.
God damn.
By the way, we have to go to for the mosque and the prayer. Call time is 7 a.m.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man, you better be... Oh, man. Dude.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. So call time is 7 a.m. And we're just like, we're trying to hold it together. We go to the guy, talk to him, blah, blah. And he asks all the questions, basically all the details we've been through. And he's like, okay, that takes basically an hour.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, I can make it to the hotel sometime tonight, actually, because night shift. He's like, yeah, I can make it to the hotel sometime tonight. I will talk to them and I will update you guys. I'm like, okay, 3 a.m. we leave the station. We're just like desperate to just get to sleep. And at this point, I'm like, I have the report, so that's something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, with this report, I can just talk to the hotel again tomorrow. I don't trust that. But I also know that if he investigates, he's not going to get findings right away.
Yeah.
So, whatever. So we go back to the hotel and he goes to sleep and I just go to the hotel to show them that I have the report. I'm like, I have the report now. If you are to show me the video, I have no time now.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it before I leave. And I was being very polite. But actually, at this point, that guy showed up. So he basically followed us.
Investigator.
Yeah, the investigator showed up almost right away.
Was he holding like a chalk in his hand?
He was holding another man in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he brought someone else with
I was
him.
hoping like he would like draw a chalk outline on the floor and he'd be like looking at it like, I think what happened here. Yeah.
So he showed up right away. So I actually didn't want to be there when he comes, but like he almost like followed us immediately.
Done.
So, and he saw me and we're talking to the hotel. He's like, okay, I will talk to them now. You can go and we'll call you. So I go and actually try to sleep because I'm like, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It takes less than 30 minutes. Even though the hour I am like the thing that I'm trying to investigate is an hour at least of the window if he's looking. It takes less than 30 minutes. Call me to the hotel room. They're like, yeah, the police is downstairs. They want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, that's 5 a.m. at this point. I'm going to wake up in an hour.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, okay, we saw the footage. No wrongdoing. Case closed. I'm like, okay, that's it, right? Goodbye.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we looked at the footage. You wanted us to look at the footage. We looked at it. And no one entered your room since
so
you left.
Can't look at it still?
Right. So that's the next thing. I'm like, okay, so you told me. I actually forgot to say during the investigation, multiple times he said, I will look at it and then you can look at it. And he actually said, you can look at it with me, but I will look at it first. And the hotel, the whole thing, us going this far was based on the hotel's words of saying you can look at it.
Yeah.
I go, okay, so can I see it? He goes, no. I go, why? He goes, oh, if you really want to look at it, if you insist, you need to go to those other departments somewhere else. And at this point, I knew what was happening. I'm not jumping to conclusions is easy, but I think the conclusion that I can safely assume is that he doesn't have time anymore to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they already know my schedule. They already know I actually told him which mosque I'm going to even.
Yeah.
He knows it's out of town. He knows my flight time. So again, making assumptions about what could have possibly gone wrong is maybe up in the air, but they know I have no energy in me and no time to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, if we just say that you have to go somewhere else, he's beaten.
Yeah.
And you're right, because I'm like, somewhere else. He goes, yep. I go, why? He goes, that's it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And I looked at the hotel guy. I'm like, you told me I can see it with the police. He's the actual police.
Yeah.
That's him. This guy. And here's a paper. And they go, yeah, sorry. Just shrug it off immediately. And at this point, I'm like, I need to prioritize getting some sleep.
Yeah.
So I get to the hotel so I can work the next day. I'm like, all right, thanks, gentlemen. Good job.
Yeah.
And I just walked to my room. And at this point, like, I went back and actually barely slept because of time. But also, like, I kept looking at these reviews again. I'm like, a couple of reviews mentioned that the police actually got in and said no wrongdoing. And then I started looking at the bigger picture of like what's going on. Obviously, Malaysia in the last like 10 years has been in the news actually for a massive corruption scandal called 1MDB.
Yeah.
So that's like their previous prime minister. And that goes all the way down, obviously. Like if the prime minister is that corrupt, and I'm not saying if someone is the head of state is corrupt, everyone else is. But if it runs that high up, there is no chance for the little guys to just be clean. And not all of them, obviously, but something I can conclude something went wrong in this chain of command where they're like, oh yeah, it's just another case of, some idiot. We can just fuck with him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's the end, guys. Thank you. But I told them, like, we all work in media. Like, we're film crew. And I work in entertainment. This is not going to stop here. I didn't say that to the police. I said like to the hotel before I left. I'm like, it's not going to stop here. And it didn't, because what happened is that after I left, so of course this is case closed for them. After I left, I looked up the entire board of directors for all Marriott groups. So including the CEO, who is somewhere in the US or whatever. So I have about 20 emails, all at Marriott.com. Everybody, the APAC. I didn't want to get like the people who are like from the Middle East or whatever involved, because they're not involved. But it's basically everyone who I think is relevant to that region, starting the CEO, and I just fired off an email. And I'm like, hey, theft at this hotel, blah, blah, blah. Here's screenshots of similar incidents. And I get 4 replies within like 24 hours.
Nice.
Not from the CEO office has sent it to someone, but someone super high up, and then 3 other guys. Because I emailed the CEO, and then the CC is everybody. So they can see there is accountability. I'm not sending individually. They can see that they can't ignore it, because they can see I emailed the CEO too. And now I'm engaged with somebody who is quite high. He's, I think, basically the APAC manager, like the highest head in the whole region. He's engaged with me with email. We're back and forth, and basically what I said is like, look, he's basically just giving me corporate speak. He's like, we try to help you. The police findings are this and that. We cannot show you the hotel for the camera for policy, hotel policy. And I said, okay. He's like, I understand you're feeling frustrated. Actually, my last email to him was, okay, feelings are not involved in this. I'm interested in facts. Here's some facts. I was told by how many people that I can see the footage. I was also told by the police that I can see the footage. Facts. These are just facts. There are reviews of similar incidents. Again, just facts. There is a sex toy under my bed. A fact. I work in entertainment. Fact. you are not helping me right now. Also a fact, because I don't, nothing, like you're not, I'm not being helped.
Yeah.
I'm the other side of this equation. And I said lastly, like the way I got through to you guys, it's just not going to go away. I'm just going to keep going. Because I said, the last thing I said, I'm not delusional enough to think you're going to give me different findings from the police. And I accepted already that no matter what happened, you are not like, it's just like, I'm never going to know what's really happened. But what I can assure you will happen is that it's not going to stop until I think something changed. And if you and I also said, like, if you think I'm making a fuss out for like anything like compensation of sorts or something, I'm not going to say fucking earbud. I'm just going to say like a diamond ring or like, $5,000 and try to, get something out of you guys. It's earbuds.
Yeah.
They're expensive, but they're earbuds. So it's not going to stop. And if it's not for me, it's for everybody who had this experience at your hotel.
Yeah, that you guys never dealt with.
You never dealt with. And I said also a fact that I have reported many times to you guys, like I had addressed all the previous thefts and no one said anything about it. Until then, I'm just going to keep talking about it. And the next thing is I'm actually also engaged with a couple of Malaysian investigative journalists. One of them is very interested in investigating all 5-star thefts now in Kuala Lumpur to see if there is like a trend of sorts, because that's their job. And we're just gonna keep going. And try to unsolve the mystery of the
God damn. Here you go. That one earbud.
Yep.
Dude.
Well, 2. Both gone. I wish it was one. At least I can use.
The other one.
It's the case too. It's like the case. Like
the whole
thing.
Man.
Yeah.
All I can say is that I hope you never do find it, because if you do, you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am, between you and me, there is no word where they can go like, all right, you got us. Just because the police had already signed off or nothing happened.
Yeah,
They're
so they
never
can't go
gonna
there.
say,
Exactly.
no chance.
Yeah.
But I will actually be, and maybe we'll get back to them. I will actually be happy with them apologizing for the bad experience. They're not going to admit something was stolen. But I'm happy with them to apologize for the experience that I had, the bad service. And the actual price of the earbuds. I would be happy with
fair
that.
enough. Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
So this is my
apologize
prediction.
for the bad experience. And compensate me for the item that I lost in your hotel.
Yeah, in your own way, whatever. Yeah,
correct.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is my prediction.
Yeah.
All right. In the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Sony gets so big, they buy the Marriott Group. Okay. And this is that thing when they get their due diligence guy to go through all the stuff. Like, well, hey, what's this case?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, there's this guy in Hong Kong. Left a little earbud. They're like, we can solve that.
Yeah.
5 years later, they contact you, right? Sony's like, hey, man, we can get you your earbuds. However, it's the 5-year-old earbuds.
Yeah.
That model. They give you new ones. However, the Bluetooth technology no longer exists anymore. So now you have earbuds that don't work. And then you email Sony saying, you piece of shit, you give me earbuds that don't work.
Yeah.
With your and they're like, well, it only works with our phones. You're like, joke's on you. I have a Sony phone. And it still doesn't work. And then you go into that. And then they get into that. And then 10 years later, the Mandarin Oriental group buys Sony.
And the Mandarin Oriental is like, okay, for the price of everything that happened, you actually get to have a breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how expensive the
exactly.
So here's a breakfast voucher for one.
Exactly, for one. And you have to finish before 8:30 because that's the early bird discount.
You actually get to eat with the staff.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone comes.
They didn't clarify it's guest breakfast, it's staff breakfast.
It's staff breakfast. But hey, it's the Mo.
Yeah, it's the Mo, exactly. Yeah, And then the best thing is that by that time, when they do compensate you, that would have $5,000.
Yeah.
Thanks to inflation, is worth nothing.
Yeah. Here's what I if you have reached this far in this saga, here's what I do ask you to do is that if you would like to help in any way, go to the Westin KL page. They have a Instagram page. Fuck it, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah.
And bother them in the comments to Justice for Mo.
Yeah.
Actually, that's it.
Hashtag Justice for Mo.
Yeah, hashtag Justice for Mo. And
it opens up like a new feud with the Mandarin Oriental.
Yes.
Like, is this you guys?
No,
like, no,
the
it's
Mandarin
not.
Oriental.
No, but I'm saying they take it the wrong way. The thing is, it is the Mandarin Oriental.
Yeah.
And they started this whole case.
Yeah.
You're watching the news on, oddly enough, ABC Australia. Where they're like, apparently the Westin hotel.
Yeah.
Now it's the case against the Mandarin Oriental. For some reason, they believe the Hong Kong Mandarin Oriental is trying to attack them. They want some justice.
Yeah, they might think like, I'm like the Mandarin Oriental just pushed me.
Yeah,
to, like, create a whole
exactly,
thing. So you just like go like in the comments and the Marriott group to whatever you can find related to Westin or Marriott group and where are his earbuds? # Justice for Mo.
Yeah.
Let's get this going.
Man.
Justice for Mo. Thanks everyone for listening on to this epic saga. And also one last thing on a serious note. Don't stay at the KL Westin. Do your own research as usual. Don't listen to an idiot on a podcast, but look at the reviews closely. Thanks everyone, and see you next week. Bye bye.